Gotta respect the consistency, let's do it. The last exorcism is about this reverend named Cotton Marcus. While he is a reverend, Cotton makes it very clear that he lost his faith after the birth of his son, who is disabled. And now Cotton is just a massive dickwad. He performs fake exorcisms on people for money. One day, Cotton gets this letter from this dude named Louis Sweetser, who believes that his daughter Nell is possessed. So Cotton teams up with these two filmmakers, Iris and Daniel, and they go to their farmhouse because they're trying to make a documentary to prove that exorcisms are bullshit. So Marcus and crew meets Nell and her father, and she also has this brother named Caleb, who's just like a huge dick. We learn that Nell's mom has passed away, so it's just the three of them. Marcus, after meeting and speaking with Nell, tells Louis that he believes that she is possessed by a demon named Abalam, and this is a powerful demon that defiles the innocent. So Cotton sets up this like bogus ass exorcism. He rigs everything in the room so that it'll move. He has this fake ass crucifix that lets smoke out of it. And after this one exorcism, he tells Louis Nell is cured, the demon is gone, and he collects his fucking check and takes a whole bunch of cash from Louis like a fucking piece of shit. However, that night when Cotton, Iris, and Daniel go back to their hotel room, all of a sudden, Nell shows up. They end up taking Nell to the hospital where Louis meets them. The doctors confirm that Nell's physical condition is perfectly fine. So at this point, Cotton believes that Nell's possession was actually just mental illness. And he tries to convince Louis to take her to see somebody, but he still believes that she is just possessed by a demon. Eventually, Cotton connects with this dude named Pastor Manley, who was the pastor at the church that Louis and the kids used to go to. But the pastor tells Cotton that he and Louis got in an argument and he has not seen Nell or them in 3 years. So Cotton and the team goes back to the house and they discover that Nell has sliced her brother Caleb's face with a knife. As a result of that, Louis chains Nell to a bed and leaves to take Caleb to a hospital. But before he could leave, Caleb slipped a note to Cotton saying, "Don't leave her alone with him." So Cotton and them unchain Nell, and at this point they're suspicious of Louis. And then they get a phone call from the hospital saying, "Hey, that medication we prescribed Nell, please don't let her take it. We didn't know she was pregnant." So now Cotton and the team start to believe that Nell is pregnant by her father as a result of SA. That night, Nell chases a cat out to the barn and she offs it. Sorry. And Cotton, Iris, and Daniel discover some weird fucking drawings in Nell's room. These include a bloody cat, which already just happened, Cotton with a crucifix in front of a fire, and Iris and Daniel both dead. They're obviously freaked out about this and they end up telling Louis about it and also about the fact that Nell is pregnant. Which Louis's response is, Nell is a virgin, so she must be pregnant by a demon. Cotton and crew try to convince him we don't think a demon has anything to do with this. And Louis is so offended by that he just kicks them all out of his house immediately. And he makes a comment that leads the group to think that he has plans to kill Nell. So the crew takes Nell and tries to escape with her, but she attacks Cotton and then goes full demon mode. So Cotton now performs a second fake exorcism because he still does not believe that Nell is actually possessed. During this exorcism, Nell tells them that her name is Abalam. She breaks her own fingers and then looks at Cotton and asks if he wants a blowing job, which is what gives her away. Because now Cotton is like, well, I would assume that a demon would know the actual term for that and what it was, but not a homeschooled 16-year-old girl. So Nell, you're fucking caught, sis. The jig is up. So Nell finally comes clean and she confesses that she lost her virginity to a boy in town named Logan. Louis is in utter disbelief about this. He doesn't want to believe it. But Cotton and crew are like, well, that explains everything, and they go to leave. Their work here is done. As they're leaving town, however, they pass the cafe that Nell said that Logan works at, and they stop in there. And Logan tells them, I only met Nell one time a few months ago at Pastor Manley's house. And he tells them that he never did anything with her because he's gay. He doesn't even like girls. Now the crew puts together, okay, Nell was lying about Logan, and Pastor Manley was also lying about not seeing Nell for 3 years. So now they know something is terribly wrong and they decide to return to the farmhouse, which was just a terrible fucking decision. Because when they get there, they find in the woods a group of hooded figures led by Pastor Manley. Nell is tied to a table and her father is tied to a tree. The hooded figures all pray around Nell, who then proceeds to give birth to this deformed fetus. And Pastor Manley takes it and throws it into the fire, which then causes the fire to just set ablaze like this. And just like that, Marcus's faith is back and he starts fucking praying. So Marcus runs towards the fire with this crucifix in an attempt to expel the evil. Meanwhile, Iris and Daniel run away and are killed in the exact same way that they were dead in Nell's painting. Iris is killed by an axe and then Daniel is decapitated by Caleb. So this motherfucker was in on it. And that's it. The movie ends.